Now, we all know that being a mum is one of the toughest jobs around, calling on skills in planning, conflict resolution, most importantly, multitasking. But is it a role that belongs in a CV? In the past, career experts have recommended leaving the career gap of motherhood off your CV, but a recent think piece has flipped it on its head and said that actually working mothers should highlight being a parent when applying for jobs. So, Penny, what do you think?
I totally agree, and I also think that should apply to fathers having that title on their CVs as well, because, you know, I think it's been highlighted in the pandemic. We always know, we've always often heard, you know, mothering is a hard job, and it certainly is. There's no training for it, but you work at it as you go along. But the idea that, you know, you're multitasking, you're being a diplomat, you're a leader, you're balancing things, you're juggling all the time, you're not just concerned about yourself, you have to concern yourself with everyone around you.
So you'd be putting on almost as a qualification?
Yeah, I mean, I remember my mum told me a story when she applied for a job, an admin job, in a police station, actually. It was back in 1970, and they said, can you answer one question? Do you intend to have children? I mean, that couldn't be asked these days. He said, because, you know, I can't have you having days off because your kids are sick and maternity leave and all that kind of thing. And she said, well, unfortunately, I've been told I can't have children. And it just so happened that doctor was wrong and she had me. He understood there was a mistake there, but it was considered
but it's
as
a big
a disadvantage.
swing from that, which I think nobody would condone. I mean, thank goodness we've moved from that. But it's a big swing, Janet, isn't it, to say, right, it's actually a qualification to be a mother.
Absolutely.
Well, being a mother, I don't disagree with Penny in that being a mother requires a lot of skills, but also being a boss requires exactly the same set of skills. So, and to assume an executive role in an organisation uses those skills. But the bottom line is, when you're looking at people for a job and you're looking against competing candidates, I would never, ever, ever discriminate against a woman who had children or was planning to have children against somebody who wasn't. That's not the issue. The issue for me is when you're interviewing someone for a job, you want to know how they're going to react in a crisis, what their you start, number one, with their qualifications, and you look carefully at what they studied at university, if it's that kind of job, whether they've got a degree that you might think is pretty worthless because it doesn't teach them how to argue or develop logic or develop, you know, individual thinking, because that's that's the people that I've always employed. I'm sorry, I can't put mother on a CV up there with a degree with a good grade and a CV which says that I've developed these outside activities, I've led teams of people, either in, you know, organisations like voluntary organisations and so on. I think, you know, that's really good, and that's what I would.
The thing is, you don't know if they've been a good mother.
Yeah, but not saying...
Just being a mother.
You are also busy discriminating against women who have chosen not to have children and are, you know, they're childless on their CV because that's their choice. So
we're not. You're not suggesting that you have to put whether you're a mother or not.
Well, I thought you were implying that a mother was a plus in getting a job, and I'm saying a mother has
a huge amount of skill set.
I know we've said all that.
Yes,
I'm moving it on a bit.
But Janet, we're not discriminating, because on that CV it doesn't say are you a mother or not a mother.
But if you came to me for a job and you said I'm a mother, I'm proud of... No, well, good.
When I went to the police,
I did it and I didn't get it.
When I went to the police for a job interview, they actually asked about the skill set, the life skills that I had acquired.
Yes, well, exactly. Okay? Any job interview asks about life skills.
So you're saying it shouldn't be up there with a degree. There's one thing about having a degree and pass an exam. It doesn't mean that you're necessarily intelligent. It means you've had a good education and you've learned how to answer questions. It doesn't give you the skills...
Well, so do you or do you not have a degree?
I don't have a degree, but I am way more qualified in many job positions than someone that's got a degree.
You are.
Yeah, but equally,
so you can't say a degree is more important than the skills that a mother has, because it just depends what the job role is.
OK, Penny, when I can get a word in, I'm saying that as someone who's employed thousands of people...
Hang on, one singer, one song. Go on, finish your point,
Janet. A mother or a father should be able to say...
Penny is just going to talk no matter what I say.
A mother or a father should be able to say that they are as part of their skill mindset.
that some
Why can't it be
jobs...
put on
Hang
there?
on, Penny, hang on. Let Janet
Why
say
can't it be put on there?
In a debate, Penny, two people speak,
Yeah, I
and
know.
generally one after the other, and they get equal time. Not one person puts their point of view and I have to just shut up. So...
That never's the case with you, Janet.
Hey, come on, Janet, what are you going to say?
All right. Interviewing somebody for a job that requires technical qualifications or education to a certain level and academic qualifications, being a mother would be a plus in some ways but won't guarantee you the job. If someone comes along who's got the qualifications that you're looking for, you consider every aspect of that person. But motherhood doesn't guarantee you a job over somebody who's
Janet,
got no children.
What if that mother has a qualification, Janet? What if she has that
I think
degree?
Brenda is...
No, I've just been asked to cover this question.
I'm a mother who has qualifications, and I was an accounts payable manager before I did X Factor for 20-odd years. I worked my way from an accounts assistant to accounts payable manager, where I had to interview and employ people. When I went for a job, having my qualifications and also being a mother, I didn't put it on the CV, but I was discriminated against because I was a mother, because people thought that I would not turn up on time, and I resented that.
That's a sad thing, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but
We've got to get mothers the confidence to go into a job place.
I agree with what Janet says. Just because you're a mother, that doesn't mean that you are necessarily better or not better for a certain job.
No.
I think it's for whoever's interviewing, have that nice conversation. That's what I did, have a conversation, and eventually you find out what that person's done. And if they've got kids, they've got kids. That's lovely. Let's drag
Yeah, I want to hear what our poll result says, because we've got to finish this conversation. We did ask people, should motherhood be on the CV as a kind of qualification? And the answer was that 44% of people said yes, which means, of course, 56% said
So it's kind of half and half, really.
So there you go.
No, it's not.